So this student failed the road test for going 38 in a school zone, right? And so the school zones are 30 kilometers max. Every 3 kilometers you're past the speed limit in a 30 zone is 10% above the speed limit. So 8 kilometers past the speed limit is approximately 30% above the speed limit, right? So we can see why they wouldn't be able to pass us there. The range that they'll accept is 25 to 30. So there is such a thing as going too slow, and there is such a thing as going too fast. They got marked for a few other things. So C1, speed maintenance, right? Am I going the speed that makes sense for the situation? So if I'm driving too slow, it's not acceptable. If I'm going 35 or 40 in a 50 zone when there's no need for me to be going that slow, the conditions allow for the full speed, I need to be going 50 kilometers an hour. C4, acceleration, deceleration, right? Am I stopping smoothly? Am I accelerating smoothly? Generally speaking, the examiner should not hear my engine rev, especially in the city. They might hear the engine rev a little bit if I'm coming up to merge onto the highway, but if they suddenly feel like you're taking off, or you're suddenly abruptly slowing down because you're not looking ahead, planning ahead, that will get marked as C4. And B13, parking margins, right? So am I parking close enough to the curb? So again, here in the notes, we see smooth, constant acceleration on turns. So this speed maintenance, it looks like was primarily due to their turns. So again, when conditions allow for a right turn, we're looking for 15 to 20 kilometers an hour. When the situation is clear, there's no need to be stopping for pedestrians or cyclists in our blind spot. If they're not there, then the turn should be done about 15 to 20 kilometers an hour if the light is giving us a right of way. Parallel park, again, this ties into B13, so parking margins. Am I parking too far from the curb? This generally doesn't cause a failure unless I'm too close to the curb, or I've bumped the curb, or I've gone on someone's lawn or onto a soft curb. That's not acceptable. And again, speed control we just talked about here under speed maintenance.